time. Hey, what about you, eyeballs? What did you see?
It couldn't have been me, sir. I was front row in my AOC t-shirt, foie gras sucking on a press release, sir. My head down, fourth shot, good little sheep, sir. Sit down, sweetie, the adults are gonna speak first. They trust the science and they're terrified of research. Here to thank our healthcare heroes, they've been feeding to the burnout, feet first. Until suddenly they dip mid-shift, take a header off a bridge. Such a shame, they were really such a sweet nurse. Now they'll never get the card and the cold slice of pizza meant to thank them for their teamwork. Now they'll never get the baggie full of checks mixed, which would be the one reward they'd see for the moms they had to intubate, and the countless cries of grief since we've been haunted by the specter of the C word. Now all the applause for our healthcare heroes rings a very hollow note because we played it out like Freebird. See, add the ones and zeros in our fragile checks and balances are checks for all the wealthy who have such unholy talents that we think it's patriotic that we all got zero balances. And re-elect Pelosi so she'll face our toughest challenges, which is analogous to water from a drowning man. Nancy disregards our impoverished with a spiteful and dismissive little waving of her withered hand. Cause 500,000 freezing on the streets is Biden's winter plan. And I bet you swore they told you you were voting for a different man. But really all you wanted was a different man. It didn't make a fucking difference if he finishes the previous inhabitant's agenda and starts auctioning protected land. Biden's born to leap at any war a donor's check demands. Turns out that you can't cure greed once it infects a man. Once they lose respect for human life and focus all their fucking efforts on the oil baron rescue plan. Honey, what are we to Hecuba or Hecuba to us that if she's starving we should give a damn? Why should we be moved to tears if someone isn't eating? We won't even recognize that food is essential to our being. It's just us and motherfucking Israel who will not guarantee that food's a basic human right. Because starvation is our favorite tool of genocide disguised as sanctioned democratic healing. That's me in the corner, losing my religion, gouging out my eyes and then dancing on the ceiling. Jesus fucking Christ, what a feeling.
Hey, what about you, eyeballs? What did you see?
yeah. Happy New Year from New York City. It's your Uncle Warren here with a little Auld Lang Syne. Good old tune there. Thank you very much there, band. Appreciate you. And hopefully everyone is having a super duper good time, a safe time as well. Before we get things started, of course, let's bring out the master of ceremonies, this guy. Oh no, Chicky! A new year, same old you. So if you're new to the fun, please like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate it. And without further ado, let me bring in this fine lady. It's Elton John, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hello.
Woo!
Happy
Look at that.
New Year, East Coast.
That's right. Happy New Year. We're gonna be we're gonna be here for a while. Tonight, at least I am. At least we're gonna be here till 3 o'clock in the morning, and ringing in the new year for the entire country. So coming up at 1 a.m. is going to be very special because we're going to be simulcasting with Chicago Corner, Hardlands Media, Sabby Sab's channel, and of course KRTD on the Rock Fiend. So should be a good time. Just of course it's after midnight and the ambulances in my neighborhood are going crazy. So anyway, how you doing, doll?
I'm good. I actually just finished playing the video for them over there on the other stream. Jeez, this has been a crazy day. Like,
yeah, you've been pulling a lot of duty today. Yeah, you want to tell people about it?
It's just been nuts. It's been nuts. Sorry. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, tell everybody what's been going on today.
Oh, okay. We had, sorry. Whew, I just had to get out of there too. We had the New Year's all day stream today. I woke up like super extra early this morning. They were already streaming. Some MMT academics were streaming this morning. Then, later on, like during brunch time, I guess you would call it. The guys from Chicago Corner came on. As you know, Warren, you were on there with me. That was a lot of fun. It was, definitely like crossing the line in certain areas, but it was definitely a lot of fun. And then a little bit later, we had the Hardlands Media guys come on. They did some really fun stuff talking about what was it, like, you know, spacey whatever in the future and disappointment in that. And then oh man, it was nuts earlier. One of the ladies, Madeline, was supposed to come on to talk about Colombia and Brazil and Peru, and she couldn't get her internet to work because she was from Colombia. So I ended up having to like improv questions out of the blue to this lady that I had no idea who she was, and I had just learned what the subject of the hour-long conversation was about. Man, it was just, it's been nuts. And then right now, before I was on here with you, like right now, I was showing the video for our top 10 news stories of 2022. And I literally they were running over time. I was texting Shane, like, get it done. Like, you know, we're running out of time. I got to jump over. So I had like 3 screens up on my computer at the same time. You on one side where I was in the background waiting for you. Then the video that was playing off and on to show the top 10. And then StreamYard on this side, which had everybody in StreamYard so I can share the screen of the top 10 video. It's just been hectic today. It's nuts.
Yeah, you have definitely been working your little tushy off today. So kudos to you and the team over there at Kerberos, and of course all the fine folks at Hardlands Media and Chicago Corner. Once again, thanks Jerry and Kira for having us on this morning. That was a fun time. And then the rest of the panels still going on right now. So as I said earlier, we're actually going to be a panel at 1 a.m. So that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully we can pull this off on the tech side. I mean, I got full faith in you, Jimmy. You're going to be the Scotty on the Starship Enterprise, the chief engineer on this. So, you know, I'm
I don't
keeping
know
my
how I'm
fingers
gonna pull it
crossed.
off. I really don't.
Eh, well, don't tell me that now.
Well, because the only thing I was thinking that it might not work is like, because on my side on stream. Oh no, wait, I'm taking it from YouTube, so I never mind. I have smoked so much weed today to just try to chill out and relax. I keep forgetting, like, I need to just stream it from your thing. I thought I was gonna have to stream it from StreamYard, and you know how it looks in StreamYard. It's fucking woo. So too many.
You're trying to give me a heart. You're trying to put me in the ground before my time, lady.
Psych, gotcha.
I know, right? I've had no weed tonight. In fact, all I've had is coffee and water. So this should be an interesting evening. I'm pretty sure I can stay up. So what I was showing here I was showing this a second ago. This is Times Square. This is what's going on here. All the hullabaloo. There was a lot of confetti and stuff there. So Happy New Year. Happy 2023 to everybody on the East Coast. Coming up at 1 a.m., we will celebrate Central Time Zone coming into 2023. So looking forward to that. So yeah, let me get out of that. One last time, I'm gonna check in on the chickens, Chicken City, right? Those are your favorites. I know you get all excited about the chickadee doodads. Let's see what our fine feathered friends are up to on this New Year's Eve. We got pretty much full boat up top. Somebody downstairs looks like they're got to the far right there. They're chilling. I don't know what's going on in the middle there. That looks like they praying. Are they just are they worshiping the top row? I don't understand how that works. I don't get into the chicken politics, so I don't understand what that was about. So anywho, so like we said, at 1 a.m. that's going to be happening, and we're also going to be doing some weird and crazy news stories from 2022. We'll look back on some of that as well. So let's shout out the crowd who has graced us with their presence in the chat here. We got Velvet Trance. What's up, lady? Good to see you. Happy New Year. Y'all West Coasters got a few hours, so you know, you get your pregame on, get ready to go there. Yona, good to see you. Les Bones, of course, producer extraordinaire. Gamer, of course, good to see you. And Anthony. Who else we got in the mix? We Need Critical Thinking. Thank you for showing up. Willie Bragg. Willie Bragg was on your panel just not too long ago. In the last
He's in on my seat. He knows I'm here.
That's right. Willie's everywhere. He's like Visa. So he's everywhere you want to be. So I always got to shout him out. Make sure that he just made the 500 subscriber mark on his channel. So congratulations, Willie. Be sure to subscribe to him on his channel on YouTube. Who else we got in here? Shelly's here. Good to see you. Ed Heller. We'll be celebrating the new year with you coming up in about 52 minutes there. Who else we got?
Oh, Willie, if you want to join us in an hour for the 1 o'clock show, is that all right? Willie joins us?
I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, you're so mean.
Well, this certain things are set up certain ways. You know how this goes.
Oh, crap. I keep forgetting. No. Yeah, you're right. I keep forgetting that we're not on StreamYard. I'm so used to fucking StreamYard.
No, technically we are on StreamYard, but we're on StreamYard inside of OBS. But you know, we'll see if we can make that work.
I'll see if he wants to join for the me and Yona one. I mean, that's gonna be super late.
He can join. He can join us. Fine. That's fine. We'll make it work.
I'll see for the Yona one if he wants to watch some music. Hell.
Okay.
It'll be fun.
That's fine. Either or. That's you're the boss. Signs is here.
Got OBS,
good to see you. Look at you, like, inviting people without even telling me. You were just the worst host ever. I swear to God.
I thought it was StreamYard and I was hosting it. I'm so sorry.
You did. That's okay. You're still sweet. You're forgiven for now. So Who else we got here? I think we got everybody. Jimmy up there in the chat there too. I believe that's it for now. So yeah, I have a special treat for you, Jimmy. I have not told you about this, so this is a little surprise. So, Ed said Chicago Corner hit 1,500 subs today. Congratulations! Yeah, awesome.
Yay!
I was really hoping that this mega stream today was gonna, the rising tide lifting all boats. So it really has. A lot of people came out for those streams today. So congratulations to everybody involved there. So, so
you're going to be involved later on. So
that's right. The second to the last fun.
That's all right. We didn't get on there at all. So I didn't get on there at all for KRTD. I mean, we weren't even on YouTube today. So it was pretty much like a cloutless endorsement sponsorship or something.
Well, I mean, when you get lemons, make lemonade, and the lemonade is at least you got to plug the Rockfin channel that you guys just got on this year. So congratulations for that too. So, it'll all work out. You'll be back in a week and everything will be fine. So, but anyway, so last night, Friday night, we had the Extra Bulla Live clip show that we do every year. And basically just taking little snippets from almost all of the interviews that we did over the year. Last year was only an hour because we were only really, the show was only 6 months old by the time we got to December. But this year, we had a full boat of a lot of people, a lot of really good guests, present company included. And, so in the spirit of the clip show, and a lot of these channels are just kind of doing like little look backs at 2022 and stuff like that. We have a little baby clip show of our own tonight, Jimmy. Yeah, so that was the secret surprise I was working on just for you. So
nervous.
No, you'll be fine. You'll like it. So anyway, without further ado, hopefully this works. We'll see what happens. Here's the secret show. Clip show. Enjoy.
Previously on Extra Bulla's Secret Show.
That's totally it.
Yeah, Boston. They speak. Everybody sounds like Kennedy. There. Like,
yeah, so I went there and I was like, are you going to say, like, I went up to some person, I was like, tell me to get in the car. And he's all, we don't say that. It's get in the car. I'm like, wait, it's not car? You're not going to tell me to get a hot dog? He's like, it's a hot dog. I'm like, you motherfucks, I'm leaving Boston. This sucks.
Bet you the survivors of the Titanic never drank drinks with ice in it ever again.
That would suck. Wait. They all lived like in 1912. I don't think they got refrigerators and freezers until like the 40s or 50s, right?
They had ice back then. Obviously. they have big ice in the North Atlantic.
It's so easy to where you can have like a glass of ice water at any time.
I'd be like, no, thank you. Just leave this outside.
Give me warm water. I want it warm. Make it microwaved. It's the 20s.
So you got this guy here, and then you got a little Sneaky Pete here in the back. Like, I don't know. I think there's a camera, dude. He's like, no, there's no camera. Come over, man. This shit's good. Go on, nom 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 nom. Maybe not being.
So what do I do when we get tipped? Because usually I just like hold out my bra or something, or like my.
This is not that kind of show. We are not.
Oh, I'm sorry. Flashbacks. He's like one of those tater tots, like those Andrew Tate guys who are like, I'm this big muscly dude, and then he walks up and you're like eye level with him as a female. I'm sorry.
Here she is. Look at that. Look at little Peaches over there. Hi, Peaches.
Hi, Cream.
Oh. Hello. I mean,
I
buy that for $1.
Warren's out here getting conservative pussy. What the fuck?
Yeah, no
Does
pussy.
it taste different?
I am so not getting pussy. I see a cat out on the street. That cat runs the other way. You're wearing your TARDIS outfit. Show all the nice people what you got on there.
Well, I got windows for boobies, so that's awesome. But I mean,
don't we all, lady? Don't we all have booby windows? What? She is not Russian, but that means she is not in hurry. You get that, not Russian, because things and. What is wrong with you? Are you sick? What are you? Do you have a tapeworm? What's wrong with you? Are you smoking that crystal? You're pretty safe.
I don't mind
there.
getting Alzheimer's. Like waking up every day thinking that it's like a new life and you don't remember anything. I think that'd be kind of cool. Like everything's a new experience.
I don't even know you anymore. Ask me the name of your show.
Oh yeah, what's the name of my show, Warren?
What?
What is it?
It's
What?
With-
I can't hear you.
What?
What?
What? Okay. Chicken City. Check in on our friends over there, our little birdies. I see you. You made it through Thanksgiving. Be good. Be glad you're not turkeys. Hold on a second. There's the holy one. The holy one. We have to make sure that he gives we give praise to him, for he is all omnipotent and knowledgeable. It's this one. Oh my God! They keeps us hostage here. Call 911, please. Yes, thank you. Class favorite, Velvet Trance, Eric Von Daniken, or something. I just now saw the or something. It's like pretty goddamn specific. Maybe. Ma'am, I'm sorry. We do not allow donuts as earmuffs in this place. Okay, thank you. White powdered, jelly filled. Put them big ass things back on again. Let's see them.
Stop calling them donuts. This is my
Look at that big ass. You teeny tiny though. Santa, what are you doing? What are you doing, Santa? There's kids. And then the door opens, and then these nice folks, nope, nothing to see here. Gotta go. All right, there we go. And then you just push them down. Yay!
I love the fact that I'm a stoner because I don't remember half of those things that I said, and I'm fucking funny. All right, I'm actually funny. Shockingly enough, I'm funny.
I've been telling you this whole time you're funny, and you're like, oh no, I'm just
All it took was a video of myself from like months and months ago that I don't remember. So that's all it took. That's all it took.
You're a funny broad. It's supposed to be a cigar. Anyway,
That's right.
yes. So we started this. I started the secret show by myself, and then it was all well and good, but it really became a thing that I started to enjoy a lot once you got on board. So I appreciate you for this year, and for all the love and encouragement and support that you've given me, and just your friendship, and it's just it just makes me happy knowing that we did good things this year, right? You started your own show, and it's starting to take off too. The kids dig it. And and I see more good things happening as we progress into 2023. Although I think 2023 itself is probably going to be a shit show,
For sure.
But hopefully, if we're floating down shit river, hopefully we're in a nice boat that don't leak. So, here's to you, kid.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly.
I wish this was moonshine, but unfortunately, it is not. Oh, we got Marcus Cage in the chat. Good to see you, brother. He said send me a link. I guess everybody wants to get on here now. So
Hey.
all right, yeah.
We're making it a party now.
I know, right? So anyway, we got all this stuff coming up at 1 a.m., but we got about 40 minutes to kill. So what I'm going to do here, we're going to work this out. I hate doing stuff on the fly. I'm one of these people that likes to just prep and do things, correctly. And, that doesn't usually happen too much. So, anywho, so today, like I said, we had, you and I were on together at 11 a.m. Eastern on the Kerberos panel with but it was the Chicago Corner panel with Jerry and Kira, and we were looking over viral videos and reacting to them. That was pretty fun. Did you enjoy that? Was that something you liked?
No, I absolutely did. I mean, there was a couple parts where it was a little bit overwhelming just for me personally, because I'm not like really much of a gun person, but other than that, it was actually kind of fun. So
you're not much of a gun person, but you got 2 tickets to the gun show.
That's right.
Too soon? Hello, Natalie. Natalie, good to see you. Natalie says, I thought I'd drop in and spend some time with you all. I have a nice fatty to smoke as well. Puff,
Nice.
pass. That's what I'm talking about. That's the spirit of this evening. If you guys smoke them, if you got them, drink them, if you got them, eat them, if you got them, whatever your passion is, make sure that, you're having a good time. But of course, being the uncle that I am, I got to tell you to be safe, safety first, because, as my mom used to say, I don't worry about you. It's, I worry, there's a lot of nuts out there. That's the ones I worry about, coming after my baby boy. So I always took that to heart. I was like, yeah, it's not me. I'm cool. It's those nuts.
Right.
We got, Cat 83. Hello, welcome. How are things in New York City? Heard about a person stabbing cops at Times Square. Ooh, no, I did not hear that. But I wouldn't be surprised because it's the new year, new you. Well, why not? Start it with a stabbing. Oz, good to see you, my friend. Oz, on Beauty and the Boomer earlier. Great show with Amber and Shonda. They always put on a great show. For special events like that. I mean, they always have a good show anyway, but Oz and the gang really do make things special on their show. So I put a lot of work into it, and it's really good stuff. So so I got to ask you, Jimmy, who is this? Is this your parole officer sitting behind you eating a ice cream sandwich?
No, this is my spawn, my satanic spawn.
Oh yeah? Eating an ice cream Sammy?
Yeah, she's got ice cream Sammy in the background.
And which kitty is it? Who's that kitty? Is that Izzy, or is
Mama.
that that's the mama kitty?
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking at?
She's crazy.
Your girl just gave me the stank eye.
I know she did. What? You gave him the stink eye. Who? You gave Warren the stink eye.
Who?
I know.
You better watch that stank.
She's crazy.
Happy New Year.
Dude, having a teenage daughter is like a whole nother beast. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't have a teenage daughter. I play one on TV sometimes. But other than that, I try to keep my nose clean. So, anywho, a lot of people. We have a lot of people watching tonight. So, where'd you
What?
get those glasses? Where did you get those?
I don't remember. I think it was like Target or something.
Yeah. So, anybody with epilepsy, I'm sorry. Don't sue us. We don't have any money. So, it's like one of those animes with the flashing lights.
Forget.
Let me ask you this. So as we as I am in the future here, and you are almost in the future, what about did you have any New Year's resolutions or anything that you wanted to try to accomplish in 2023?
No, nothing. I mean, I probably set more boundaries so I'm not doing everything all the time and doing so much work all the time, juggling a bazillion different things. But I mean, other than setting boundaries and saying no a little bit more often, no, like I've been saying all day, I still plan to be the foul mouth, sarcastic delight that you've all come to love.
We wouldn't have it any other way, that's for sure.
That's right.
Dingo, good to see you. Just did some 7.62 NATO redneck fireworks for New Year's. Okay, that sounds like a good time. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully you're safe. You know, safety first. And yeah, we appreciate everybody hanging out for New Year's. You know, some folks are out at parties and stuff like that, and I can appreciate that. I used to go to New Year's Eve parties back in the day, but recently it's just like, you know, I just want to hang out. You know, I just want to, you know, it just happened. The holidays really worked out for us here at the Secret Show because we had you know, the Christmas show last weekend, and this weekend doing the New Year's Eve show. So, you know, so that's probably not going to happen again for quite some time, unfortunately. Yep. So when the stars align, you got to take advantage of it. Me personally, I think what I want to do for the new year, I do have some goals for myself that I'm going to try to accomplish. So, you know, obviously, just try to help build up the shows that I already have. You know, Extra Bulla Live, this show, the Extra Bulla Gaming. Having some tech difficulties with the gaming part, so I got to get those fixed. That's another thing. That's one of my resolutions, to make sure that gets fixed. But there also may be yet another show on the horizon. So I put on my YouTube channel. Let me see if I can pull this up. So on the community tab there, I did let's see. I got here. I can't. Okay. Do this. Okay. And see. So on the community tab, I put up this poll to see if people would be interested in a metaphysical paranormal show. You know, maybe like an hour long, something like that. Hey Colin, Happy New Year, brother. Good to see you. So, and checking the poll here, not too many people have voted, but it's okay. So out of 12 votes so far, 75% yet says yes, they want to see a show about paranormal, aliens, cryptids, stuff like that. I'm just always fascinated with those topics. You know, I always just ever since I was a puppy, you know, I always loved cool stories about like ghosts and particularly UFOs. That kind of thing. And you're kind of into that kind of stuff too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little bit.
I voted yes. So
Ed's already naming the show. He said, name Warren's next show, Paranormal. Ooh. Ed's clearly in marketing, so he always has some good ideas. Velvet says, fill the Art Bell void in my life, please. I know, right? Art Bell, for those not in the know, he was the longtime host of Coast to Coast AM, which was a paranormal show. Still on. It's hosted by George Norrie now, I believe. But Art, he was always such a great host. He would have people on, and it doesn't matter how far-fetched the subject was. He always took it seriously, and he always took the guests seriously, for the most part. Sometimes he'd have some wackadoodle callers, and those were always kind of fun. Hey, Kelly! Happy New Year from the East Coast. Good to see you. And Griselda over in Poland. You are well into the new year, so Happy New Year to you. Yes, indeed. But yeah, so that's something I'm pondering doing. Nothing crazy, just, maybe like an hour long, talk about a particular subject, and go from there. What like, of all the like paranormal type stuff, I mean, do you like ghosts? Do you like UFO stories? Do you like cryptid stories? What's kind of like your vibe?
Ooh, I probably would say, yeah, like alien stuff, like secret technology, or like top secret government black ops projects or things like that. Or like alien abductions. Those stories definitely can really get to me. Anything that has to do with like extraterrestrial or dark secret government operations.
Yeah, I know, right? There are so many things that we don't know that DARPA is working on. The Black Ops projects. Did they reverse engineer UFO tech, like Bob Lazar said, or is it what's usually they say if you hear about a new technology, the military had been doing it for at least 10 years. So that's usually the industry standard. So like if you see like, oh, look at this brand new jet, they just came out. No, they've had that for a while. Because military, that's that 800 and something million or $1 billion that you're paying or somebody's paying for the military, some of that's going to those Black Ops projects. So we'll definitely talk about that kind of stuff. Because I was inspired by Art Bell and like Coast to Coast AM and some of these other shows. There's a guy, Pete. He has a show on YouTube. I highly recommend it. It's called The Creepy Little Book. And he does that too. He just does an hour of just he's just on camera and he talks to the chat, and he's just basically reading through like all these different subjects. It's really fascinating stuff, and it's a great channel too. So what are y'all doing? You and Minnie, you and the fam, what's going on for you for midnight at your place? Anything special?
I'm gonna be on here. No.
You're gonna be on
this
here?
One's probably gonna sit in the background the most of the time because she's got some makeup on and some eyelashes on, so she probably wants to be on camera in the background. But she's watching some videos. Yeah,
she dolled up, so she
looks like she's got Hulu on, watching some TV.
You want to? Yeah. Did you get all dolled up to be on the Magic Picture Box?
What?
Yeah, I was asking her if she got all dolled up to be on the Magic Picture Box with us tonight. So
most likely.
Okay, we don't stand on ceremony around here. Come as you are. It's all good. I'm not wearing makeup, so I went natural. I mean, I normally do. When I'm feeling really pretty, but not tonight. So, because it's just too sexy. It's just terrible timing for me to not have makeup.
No, my friend, no sexy.
It is. It's too sexy. But yeah, so y'all on I think the last hour in between 11 and 12, y'all were talking about the like the top 10 news stories as voted on by the people. And I thought that was pretty fascinating. What was the, I mean, I guess what was the news story that you were most interested in 2022 out of that list?
Ooh, out of that list?
Or just in general. And just in general. It doesn't have to be off the list.
Ooh, God, that's a good one. They're all like a big blur too, and there was so many of them. I think the railroad strike was definitely something that at least hit me really hard this year, you know, finding out that always learning new things about our government and our country. I never knew that a private company's employees had to go to Congress and the Senate and the president to get paid time sick leave. So that one definitely hit me hard. I truly, honestly didn't think that they could do that.
Yeah, that was, I think that one was, I don't know, that one and of course the us sending billions and billions of dollars overseas to you know, the certain country in Eastern Europe.
Well, that didn't even make it on the top 10. I actually was going to say, if we had time, was going to use that as an honorable mention. That didn't even make it. But yeah, that didn't even make it in the top 10. I mean, it could have probably riled for number 2 spot. But the thing is that that one was like extremely super divided, whether there was going to be people voting for the railroad workers strike or the war that's going on right now. And the railroad worker was the one that just ended up winning out of the two. So I mean, I try to do the ranked choice voting type thing, so it seemed to be that was it.
It really seemed like the Democrats who were in charge were pushing the envelope to see how much they could piss off the American people, right? You know, what is it? What's it? I can't remember the saying. It's like, you know, don't feed me bullshit and call it chocolate pudding or something like that. I don't know what it is, but it just seemed like they were doing that a lot. And don't get me wrong, you know, I'm an equal opportunity hater when it comes to politics. So the GOP did themselves no favors either, as usual. So I'm pretty sure everybody at this point, except for the cultists, are over this duopoly. You know, they're just done. They're done with it. It's like people who are longtime Democrats are starting to just, you know, finally see the light. Hey, Indy, good to see you, man. Happy New Year to you. And what's really weird is you're starting to see some Republicans now who are getting fed up with their party, right? Because you have to remember, like, you know, during the 90s and the early 2000s, the Republicans were thick as thieves, right? They were united. And that was one of the reasons why they kept winning elections and stuff like that. They stayed united. Nobody was, you know, you didn't have division in the ranks. You know, the old saying goes, Republicans fall in line and Democrats fall in love. But now you're starting to see the Democrats starting to fall in line too, right? Making sure that, they are trying to keep everybody in line. You know, the squad, Bernie Sanders, a lot of these people who we had hopes in earlier, you know, years ago, have just really, really disappointed us. Seven Sagio, I hope I said your name right. Welcome to Extra Bullet. This is a cool place. Thank you. Yeah. You're very sweet. Mouse said it. Good to see you. Gilda forever. And Yona, I don't know if I shouted you out a while ago, but welcome as well, sir. So yes, Pope Benedict was the one who looked like Darth Sidious. He was the Nazi Pope that we had. So
can I let you do a monologue while I go to the bathroom really quick?
If that's the way it's got to be, go for it. Go make.
You know how hard it is?
Okay.
Never
No,
mind.
finish. No, finish
Do you know
it,
how hard
P-girl.
it is to hold your potty when you're pushing your 40s? This shit's hard. Just saying.
Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that. You gotta remember, I got old man bladder. So anyway, go pee. Have fun. We'll see you when you get back. You and your yeah, the last piss of 2022. Probably not. She's got about 2 hours and 20 minutes there, Les Bones. So I'm pretty sure probably gonna pee herself. Well, not pee herself. She's gonna pee later. I don't know. I'm not on bowel patrol. I don't or bladder patrol. I'm not sure. Yes, Adams, good to see you. Hopefully you are having a swell evening. Happy New Year to everybody. So yeah, of course here in New York they have Times Square and going to see the ball drop. I just stay home, take my pants off, and I see my balls drop. So that's how I roll. I got two. Hitler only had one. So he was a little bit more accurate. Anyway, but yeah, I'm really scared to go out. I've never been to Times Square. I'm not going to do that. I've been to New Orleans during Fat Tuesday, and that was enough of a trauma fest for me. So there's definitely no way I was going to ever okay, so here's the deal. Like if you're ever in New York, you're like, man, I want to go to Times Square because for New Year's Eve and check it off my bucket list, that kind of thing. And so here's the deal. So you get here, you have to come here in the morning and get a spot, and then you have to stay in that spot, and then you can't really move around, and you can't really go to the bathroom or anything like that. So, and that's in the morning. And then, obviously New Year's Eve, the ball doesn't drop till midnight. So a lot of times people are there like 12, 13 hours. And today it was rainy here in New York. So people out there with ponchos and stuff like that. It just seems like a miserable time when you could just easily watch the shit at home where it's nice and warm and dry and you're not surrounded by a million psychopaths. I mean, would you concur there, Jimmy?
I agree. I like being at home.
Yeah. I mean, there was 1 year now down here at Prospect Park. They I don't think they did it tonight because of the rain, but they would have the fireworks at midnight. And, it was a decent amount of people down there, but not, nothing like Times Square. But that just seemed to be like the alternative to going to Times Square and, being surrounded by all those psychopaths, right? So you just go to Park Slope and it's not as many psychopaths, but they're a little chill, because it's out in a park, and then they got the fireworks and, and it's not far away from me. It's here in Brooklyn, it's not that far. But I haven't been to that in a few years myself. So it's just like, I just try to stay out of trouble and stay here in the Brooklyn Bat Cave. You know what I'm saying? Because there's crazies out there. And I'm crazy, but I'm good time crazy. I'm not like, what the hell's wrong with you crazy? Like some of these folks are. You know what I mean? But
yeah, sure.
Okay, so I meant to ask you this before the show. So we're coming up on 15 minutes till 1 o'clock here. So Jimmy, if you could, I know you're doing like the crazy behind the scenes stuff. So if you could kind of let me know when we are actually live on those other channels, that way I don't sound like, I have to downgrade the content to PG for an hour because we don't want to get anybody else in trouble. I don't mind getting myself in trouble. That's fine. Although we're streaming on INN's channels tonight too as well. So but I got a little more leeway on INN. I feel a little more comfortable disrupting things there than strangers' houses. So anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Kelly says, is Warren sitting in front of a giant jigsaw puzzle? Yes, it is. It's a giant jigsaw puzzle. 1 million pieces. Wait a minute. Let's see. No, that's confetti. That's supposed to be confetti. So that's Times Square behind me. It's a stock photo. Nothing crazy. So,
I thought it was a jigsaw puzzle too. So
really, and why would you think it was a jigsaw puzzle? Why would I put a jigsaw puzzle behind me?
That it looks like lines of a jigsaw puzzle.
Now that is something random I would do. I would, because I like putting some random shit behind me.
Very true.
So that isn't off-brand for sure.
Right.
Right. But no, it is not. That is just what the scholars call a shit ton of confetti. And that's the thing. It's like the Times Square, they're just like all this confetti all over the place. And then eventually when people leave, then you get the folks that have to come out and clean Times Square. And I kind of feel bad for those folks. I hope they're getting paid premium time because technically it is a holiday right now. So hopefully they're getting at least time and a half to do that shit. That's, that's a crazy amount of work too. Cause it's not a small place.
Right.
So, I don't know. I was very nervous today, Jimmy, because I knew y'all were doing the all day thing. And, and I got up this morning, I think I got up about 8 o'clock. I tried to sleep in a little bit more, but I don't know, creature of habit. I kind of feel guilty if I sleep past just a certain time, even though I do need the sleep. But, I have to say that everything y'all were doing today was just fantastic. It was just like you had a lot of great panelists on there, a lot of great panels. So shout out to everybody that was involved in that mega stream today. That's still going on right now. So,
Yeah.
So it's going to be okay.
Yesterday was my day to panic. I couldn't panic today. I had my alarm set for 7 a.m. and I woke up and I was on go mode as soon as I woke up. Yesterday was my panic day for sure.
Well, you were cool as a cucumber today.
It was actually kind of interesting because I got thrown in a couple of situations where I kind of had to do things that I didn't know if I was still capable of doing, like hosting an interview show knowing nothing about the person, or watching viral videos that I've never seen before. But it's kind of like a hosting. If you have ever hosted things at like bars or clubs or anything like that, if you've ever hosted, it's just usual. It felt like riding a bicycle. It was actually kind of nice and interesting of how quickly I could come up with questions and things to say. So it was cool.
Well, you did a fantastic job. So kudos
I was
to
impressed
you.
with myself.
Yeah, I was impressed too.
Thank you.
Cat 83, you thank you. That's perfect timing. Predictions for 2023, doom and gloom or something positive? What
100% doom and gloom. Always.
It's like I tell people, it's like my glass is neither half full nor half empty. It's gone. Somebody just stole the whole glass. So
yeah. My kid broke it.
The kid broke the glass. You could shoot.
Or kidding.
What do you call it? Deflecting. She's not even listening to you. She's just sitting over there. What, she got earbuds in? What happened?
Oh, my kid? Yeah, I know. She can't hear shit. She's got her earbuds in. What?
What?
I love you.
What? What'd she say?
I love you. She's great.
Okay, so predictions for 2023. What's one thing that you think is going to happen in 2023?
Probably a recession.
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing. Yeah. Recession for sure.
I think, yeah, well, I definitely think we're going to be in a recession. I think that it, just to be totally random here, that, I don't know. I'm kind of on the gloom and doom, end of it too. So how about the war in Ukraine? Will it end? I don't know. I don't know. The U.S. seems to be just in love with being in forever wars, and so when they got out of Afghanistan, you know, it's just like a somebody who smokes crack, you know, and you said they you take away their crack, and then they're going to try and find more crack somewhere else, you know, and it just seems like that's what happened with that. You know, the United States couldn't wait to get involved with that, and you know, think about it as you will, but the bottom line is the military industrial complex is getting paid big time. You know, their stocks are up, they're making just money hand over fist. And I got to say that was the goal the whole time, was to
Right.
you know, make people money. That's the only thing in this rotten capitalistic system that we're in, you know, that you just, if I tell people follow the money, and then you'll always find the root of these problems that are happening here. Everything, just all roads lead to capitalism, and it's gotten to the point where workers and the poor are not benefiting at all from capitalism. It's all the richies, all these corporations who are in bed with the government. You know, it's you know, and the three-letter agencies are all involved in these things too. You know, it just seems like it's a racket for them to make money. And meanwhile, we got people, you know, thousands and thousands and thousands of people homeless here in this country, that you know, our infrastructure is crap. You know, bridges collapsing left and right. You know, we're in dire need of fixing the electrical grid, that sort of thing. But you know, high-speed rail, you know, nobody's talking about that. And I don't know, I just predict there's more fuckery coming in 2023. And I mean, that's not really a stretch, you know, like the recession. That's really not hard to predict, because all signs are pointing to that happening. So I would like to say more people are going to be out in the streets protesting. It's getting to the tipping point where people are just fed up. I know people say that every year, but I think it's probably going to come to a boil this coming year. And you know, I think where it's going to happen, I don't know, maybe in pockets around the country. I'd like to think that some more coordinated strike efforts will be made. You know, more mutual aid networks will be established, because that's what we need. We need, you know, you said this during the stream today. You said we need direct actions, and we also need mutual aid. And that's doesn't always mean, you know, money to help people, you know, like strikers and stuff like that. It also means, like, you know, growing your own food, and, you know, if you grow a lot, you know, share it with the neighbor, that kind of thing. You know, I think that's the place that we need to end up at. Hopefully we can start taking those steps this year, you know?
Yep. We'll see. It's a lot of hope in the American people.
Well, I'm a realist, you know. I mean, I've gotten to the point in my life where it's just like, okay, I'm definitely not somebody believes in pie in the sky type shit. You know, I like to see some solid action behind it. But as many people that I've met this year, and the things that have happened to them, I like to think that you know, I like to keep some hope that it's things will be better. You know, it's like my buddy always says, expect the worst and you won't be disappointed. I'm just hoping the worst doesn't happen, so that we can be at least pleasantly surprised at points. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. So we have to keep that positivity. We don't have to be just like blind to what's going on in the world, but at the same time, we don't have to be just like totally negative, because, you know, energy like that, positive and negative energy, those do have effects on people and groups and stuff like that. So, yeah, exactly. We could start taking those steps if we weren't given billions of dollars overseas. Gamer says he has some hope for 2023. Yeah, Gamer's pretty positive guy. You know, so I'm in that camp, you know, but I'm, you know, I'm always cautious, you know, what they call it, cautious optimism is what I have. So, but yeah, we're gonna, I'm pretty sure New York is going to be, you know, on a smaller scale, New York is finally going to have, we got recreational marijuana passed here. Now we just have to start opening, you know, dispensaries and stuff. Because right now still, the dispensaries are just for people with medical cards for the moment, because they've had medical marijuana here for a while. And the recreational is fairly new, so it's going to be interesting to see, like, how many you know, mom and pop shops are going to pop up, how much business that these local people that are going to be supplying, you know, legal weed. I just hope it doesn't get taken over by the corporation, but you know, everything good usually does get taken over by the corporations. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree, definitely.
Yes. So Willie says I should put more positive content in 2023. Yeah, I mean, positive, sure. There's good stories out there, you know. I'm not opposed to you know, sharing good news. Like sometimes you need the good news, you know. That, I mean, that's kind of like, you know, why we do these shows. You know, we're kind of we're not a distraction, but we're just kind of like you know, like a rest area off the highway of information. You know, you stop off here, you know, take a breather from the darkness that is life. And, you know, but, you know, we still talk about, you know, pretty, you know, important subjects too, but just like put a little humor in it too. You know, you got to have a little humor. You got to laugh to keep from crying. You know what I mean? And Gamer says that's the downside of legal weed is, yeah, is the corporations taking it over. Homegrown is still better. Yes, I concur. If you can grow it yourself, grow anything, food, weed, if you can do all that, grow it yourself, you know? You know, it's good to be able to be self-sufficient anyway, right? It's good to have those life skills, to learn how to grow food, to learn how to, you know, build houses, to how to repair things. I think Joe Evans was talking about today how cars, you can't really work on cars. You have to take them into places because of all the computer stuff that's in them, right? You know, but in the old days, you know, we worked on cars. We fixed our own. You only took the car to the shop if you really, really could not fix it. You know, so you know, and maybe we need to learn to get back to that. Hey, Luis, good to see you, man. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you. Yes, it is coming up on midnight in the Central Time Zone. 2 minutes to Zardoz. That's right. You're so old, Ed. Making those Zardoz references. These kids don't understand what that means. Allie says, my friend got a tent, lights, the works for $100 on Craigslist. Bumper crop, crazy with Crystal. Ooh, Crystal. I don't know about that, but aw, you're the yin to my yang. Team Meteor, hell yes. So anyway, it's I was fortunate enough to learn a lot of those skills when I was younger, because growing up down south, You kind of had to know how to do that stuff. My dad had a garden every year, so he taught me about to grow fruits and vegetables, you know, about composting and that sort of thing. You don't waste anything. You don't waste anything when you're doing that kind of stuff. So, you know, if you have like rotten potatoes, you have rotten stalks or something like that, throw them in the compost and then put it back into the soil and everything's good. Happy New Year to the Central Time Zone, particularly Chicago, my birthplace. So Ed, Happy New Year to you. Welcome to 2023. Unfortunately, still no flying cars. Sad face. Although people can't really handle cars here on the ground that well either, so maybe it's a good thing we don't have flying cars. Maybe. I don't know. Too soon? How are we looking over there, Jimmy? Are we about ready to hop over?
I am waiting for them to end the stream, or then, well, not end the stream, but end their little talking, because they're still talking.
That's fine. You know, just let me know. We got Nightmare 333332 on Twitch. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Hopefully you are having a safe but fun holiday. You know, this is the last of the big ones. Then we get into the January funk. You know, it's like you have you're in Germany. Very nice, Nightmare. 7 a.m. there. Good morning. Yeah, so, and I totally lost my train of thought. It's usual. And I'm not even stoned. What happened?
I know. What's wrong with you?
I'm not stoned. That's what's wrong with me. Hey, Laura. Laura on the Rockfin. Happy New Year to you too, dear, from Texas. Good to see you. Everything's bigger in Texas, including your heart, Laura. You sure are. You are a sweet pea. Thank you so much for supporting us. And we appreciate all of our peeps. Exactly. Not being stoned sucks. That should be on a t-shirt, right? Or in the Bible, you know, because it's, I don't know. I don't want to blaspheme, but not being stoned sucks should be like, you know, Romans chapter 1, verse 6. And thou art not stoneth, so thine death sucketh. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what I'm talking about. Are you going to a different platform? What do you mean, like moving, or are we going to be on a different platform? We're going to be on a few platforms here in just a moment. As soon as Jimmy gives me the high sign, which is kind of funny, her giving me the I sign, because, you know, she liked the smoky. She's a smoky.
Who, me?
Yeah, no, the
Wait, what are we
curtain.
about?
I know you're not paying attention. It's fine. You got stuff.
I'm trying to
You got.
listen to two people at once. Like, I'm trying to listen to what you're saying, and then I'm trying to listen for them to say they're getting off because they're already overtime.
Are they? I know, right? They're cutting into our piece. We got shit to do. We got stuff to talk about here. We got crazy stories to talk about. So,
Right.
Cat 83, you're asking some nice questions. I like that. Planning on making any trips in 2023? As far as like vacation, probably not. You know, I'm kind of looking into maybe getting out of New York, but I'm not quite sure where to go. You know, I don't want it to be a frying out of the frying pan into the fire type situation. So yeah, I'm you know, but there are plenty of places here in the Northeast that I like to go. I've been upstate a few times. I've been up to Connecticut, and there's some beautiful country up there. Big, you know, mountains and rolling hills and just beautiful country. You know, kind of Kind of reminds me a little bit of like maybe like Northern California a little bit in that in the fact that it's kind of a chill vibe around there, you know, a lot of small towns, you know, these old 13 colonies places. And you know, I love small towns like that. I grew up in a small town, and I had to leave the small town to actually appreciate you know, where I came from. So, I mean, I don't know if I'd move back to that particular small town, but you know, there are plenty of like, I heard like Chattanooga, Tennessee is a pretty nice place to go to, right? It's up in the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee. They have community internet there, right? So everybody pays for the, you know, it's a public utility. It's not private. And they have lightning fast internet there. So whoever says capitalism breeds innovation, they're full of crap, at least in 2023. So they still talking? Really? Wow. All right. We might tell them to go piss up a rope then. They don't want us on there. So yeah, the Last American Vagabond. Yeah, he's from Tennessee. The Nightmare says, let's say I got $3,000 and I would visit the US. Where would you go? It's a good question. I mean, it really depends. It really depends on what you want to, where you want to do, what you want to, you know, go see, that sort of thing. You know, I've been almost all over the country. I haven't been to the Northwest, so I can't really say, you know, if any places up there are good or not. I'm sure there are, but I don't know for sure. But what I can tell you, some of my favorite places that I've visited here in the United States, I've been to northern Minnesota, up to Duluth, up that way. Super nice people. They love their homebrew, love to make their own beer, and I don't even say you could call that beer. That's more like liquor. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty it's pretty potent, but it's so good. Let's see. I've been out to California. I've lived out there for a while. I while I like the weather in Southern California, I kind of like the vibe up in Northern California around Eureka, around that area, Humboldt County.
Trader.
With the redwood forest. What's that?
Trader.
What? Oh, that's where they grow weed. I like to go where the weed is. I think what's his name? Jim Belushi. I think he has a farm up there. He has a weed farm up there. So, you know, I mean, I'm not saying that I would run into Jim Belushi, but I'm just saying, you know, it's like to be near weed. That's all. And hug it, you know, just like, oh, you're the best. Go Start, good to see you. Like, when you say like, when you like and scarred? I think you meant scared. Okay. That's fine. Anyway, are they not done yet?
God, these motherfuckers talk.
They're gonna take up the whole hour. Bet you they're gonna take up another hour. Because they need a producer. They need like a real producer, and they're going, bitch. That's one thing, Anthony. That's one of the things that kind of scare me about California now. It's just fires every year. You have fire season now. You know, it's just nothing but fires. And you know, that, I mean, we've seen the video of some of those things with the fire tornadoes and shit like that. That shit's scary. You know, it is pretty damn scary. So I really feel for those folks. Because that's one of the things about having, you know, a dry, arid climate like that, is like everything becomes flammable, you know, and you know, and people are just, they just don't care. They'll flick out cigarette butts, you know, the firecrackers or whatever, and then, you know, that's how that shit starts. Lucy! My INN sister, Blue Moon Red Wine, Happy New Year to you, doll. Anthony's a trucker. He said, I was driving with a mask on because of the smoke. Yeah, I can see that, you know. It's pretty scary to go through that kind of stuff, I would imagine. You know, have you had fires where you're at, Jimmy? Up
Oh yeah. Not where I'm at, no, not anything big. Our fire department's pretty goddamn decent around here. They get it pretty fast.
Right on, right on. And you guys know what's up, right? You have like rules in place, like, you know, no open fires and stuff like that, right? You don't
right.
You know, to kind of you know, there's always going to be some jackass that's like, you know, fuck the law, I do what I want, you know, and then, you know, and then Johnny Law comes after them. So, Rick says, all right, saw the fireworks here in rural Texas, came inside when the fireworks ran out and heard the gunshots. To head on in. Exactly. It's that time of year where it's that and 4th of July, the game that everybody likes to play. Is it fireworks or is it gunshots? Yeah. So, anywho, well, I guess we're not going to be going on those channels then tonight. So,
no, they're almost done.
That gives us a good 45 minutes. Well, I mean, you know what? Actually, that might actually work out because we don't. They wanted a top 10, and I'm sorry, Shane, you're not getting a top 10. But we do have some good stupid stories and weird stories to go over here. I'd kind of like to, you know, get on that, you know, soon, you know, sometime tonight. Come on, Joe, wrap it up. Let's go, buddy.
Right now it's JB.
Oh, it's JB?
Yeah. Seems like they're really interested in talking to him about MMT stuff, so.
All right, you know what? We're not going to go on there. So we'll just have to.
You're so mean.
I'm not the one who's 13 minutes late. So, you know, we stuck to our part of the bargain.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's what is the old saying? You snooze, you lose. Who's on there right now? Who's on there with JB?
Everybody from the Brandy and D show and Sabby and Jay.
Okay. Well, you know, kind of want to get on these stories, so you know, they need to kind of put the foot on the floor, you know, wrap that gavel up, B.
Right.
What was that from Chappelle's show where they had the box with the wrap up music and what's his name is in court and the judge is hammering the gavel and he's playing the wrap up music. He goes, yo, you better wrap that gavel up, B. Rick knows. Wrap it up, B. Oh, so good. So good. All right, let's see here.
All right, I just put it up in the private chat in there.
Would you tell them to wrap it up? You better get your ass in gear. Let's see here.
Wrap it up, B, like Rick says.
Let's see here. Okay. Let me get this open here, so we'll at least have the first story ready to go. Hopefully this works. We shall see. Let's see here. This is how we do it. Let's see. Add in there. And we'll be ready to go. Okay. Right. Okay, so we're set up here. I know, right, Ed? TikTok, motherfuckers. Ed knows what's up. Yeah. TikTok. So I really don't want to start this list until we're actually, supposed to be on there. So, what else can we talk about? You know what? Tell in the chat. You guys and gals and everyone in between, tell us what you're going to be doing in the new year. What are you going to be what are your plans, for the new year? So just put it in the chat there. Let us know. Cat83 says, how long has INN been around? Isn't this the first year? Yes, we just finished. We just had our year anniversary probably about like a month or so ago. I think it was like the beginning of November. I think. Yoda says he's too damn high. What else is new?
Sam. All right, it sounds like they're ending the show now. So I will be throwing us up soon.
It's about time. I am trying to be as patient as possible. Yeah, I think I'm doing a pretty good job, right? I'm only complaining a little bit. Thanks, gamer. Hopefully the next year will be better than the last. Not just in the way of success for us, but for everybody. I hope everybody.
Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it. Let me know.
Okay, it looks like we are about to be in, and we are in.
Woohoo! Welcome to The Secret Show. I'm your host, Uncle Warren, here with me, the real brains of the outfit, Miss Jimmy Sunderland. I hope you've been enjoying all the streams, all the panels today. Brought to you by Kerberos, Sabby Sabs, Chicago Corner, and Hardlands Media. Welcome to everybody, and please, if you're watching on any of those platforms or any of those channels, please give them a like, share, and subscribe. This is what we're doing. We're all in this together. We're all trying to help each other out. So good to see you again. We had a fun time at that panel this morning with Jerry and Kira. You had a good time?
Mm-hmm. I'm still having a time. I think I'm just on go mode.
Lesbone says you guys are muted. Are we muted?
Am I muted?
Are we muted on your restream?
Oh, I forgot to turn the volume on.
That's good. Well, I can just say all that again. Can you hear us now? Hello. Yes, we are not mimes. We're not mimes. I promise you we're not mimes. You're muted on Sabbies. That's what they said. Okay. Hey, shaking. Mimes, okay. So are we good? Everybody hear us on those channels? I think we're okay.
Yeah, maybe? We're good now.
Just let us know. Welcome everybody. I'm Uncle Warren. This is The Secret Show, part of Extra Bulla. With Jimmy Sunderland here. For those of you who on our channel, you already heard this, but we just want to say thank you for watching the streams today, brought to you by Kerberos and Hardlands Media and Chicago Corner and Sabby Sabs. Great panels today, great information, great way to end the year and to start the new year off right. So how you doing, Jimmy?
I'm awesome. I'm on go mode still, like I was saying earlier. I am just stuck on go mode. I will probably crash really well tonight.
I know. I had some coffee earlier this evening, and I am so glad I did because I've been up since 8 this morning, and I'm probably going to be up till 3 in the morning here on the East Coast. So, yeah, that should be a good time. We'll see. So our part of the stream today, the mega stream that's going on, is stupid stories, right? Or odd stories, weird stories, that sort of thing. So let's take a look at our first one here. Hopefully this will work. Hey, so I don't know if y'all remember this or not. There was an elephant with the Elephant's Revenge Act. This tusker kills woman, returns after hours to trample her corpse, then attacks and destroys her house. Damn!
Puts a whole new meaning to elephant never forgets.
Elephants never forget. So, folks, do yourself a favor. Do not piss off elephants. Please and thank you. I think we have some video too. So let's take a look at this real quick and see what's up. Oops. Hang on a second. Sorry, fam. All kinds of weird bugaboos. Here we go.
This strange but true story is currently going viral online, and I need to talk about it. The story of an elephant who killed a 70-year-old woman, and as if that isn't bad enough, the elephant returned on the woman's funeral day to trample on a corpse. Shocking, right? This strange incident happened on June 10th, 2022 in India. The 70-year-old woman, who is known as Maya Murmu, hails from a village called Raipal, where she went to fetch water in a nearby forest and was brutally attacked by an elephant. It was said there were other people present who were also fetching water, but the elephant targeted Maya and brutally attacked her. According to news reports, she was rushed to the hospital where she was pronounced dead soon after arriving. After bringing her body home, her family proceeded to make the necessary arrangements for her funeral. While the funeral was going on, the very same elephant returned to the village in an extremely foul mood and then proceeded to attack the funeral, thereby dispersing the people that were in attendance. It was said that the elephant targeted Maya's corpse, trampling it furiously before letting out a roar to signal the other elephants in its herd to wreck the rest.
I want to know what the hell this woman did, right?
Right.
I'm sorry. We'll continue.
Of the village. And the elephant didn't stop there, as if it was hell-bent on destroying this woman and everything she owns. He somehow managed to find this woman's home. Somehow, I don't know how that happened. And he destroyed her home and killed the goats that were living there. According to the villagers, the entire village was destroyed. Many of them lost their homes, but thankfully, no one lost their life. The strangest thing, however, was how that one elephant had managed to keep an eye out for Maya's corpse throughout all the mayhem that was going on. And according to some of the villagers, they said they saw the same elephant still attacking Maya's body, even after they returned to survey the damage that had been done to Maya's funeral venue. Supposedly, this would not be the first time the villagers would witness an elephant attack, and this is due to the closeness of the village to the forests. There had been several reported elephant attacks before, but it was just random. But this particular attack is very strange because this one elephant was obsessed with one single individual, Maya. The attack seems very personal, almost vengeful. Now, while the exact reason for the elephant's vengeful behavior remains unknown, some have speculated that Maya...
You know, that kind of reminds me. There was a movie out back in the 90s, I think. It was called The Ghost in the Darkness, and it was about these lions, right? And lions typically they hunt for food, right? They don't go out to kill things just to kill things. But these lions were like hunting humans. And apparently that movie is based on a true story. So, maybe that's kind of the situation here.
Maya may have done something in the past to offend the animal, and somehow the elephant had retained the memory in its head, waiting for the right time to exact its revenge on Maya. This may be the case considering that elephants have extremely long memories and are known to be vengeful towards humans and other animals that have harmed them in some way, especially poachers, those hunters that hunt elephants for their trunks. So it's safe to say that you really should play nice with elephants if you ever encounter them in the wild. Leave me your thoughts on this story in the comment section below.
Yeah, so no, not that. And that's wild, right? That's crazy. How an elephant, elephants have good memories, and elephants have emotions. There's stories of people who have raised elephants, like, they were in captivity or something, right? And they would be in captivity, and then they would be let loose out into the wild. And then years later, like, these elephants would see their former trainers and handlers, and if the handlers were like good to them, the elephant would remember and would come up and would like just hug them, with their trunk, and just show emotion to these humans that took care of them and raised them, so I have a lot of respect for elephants in that regard, because I think they're probably they're probably one of the smartest creatures on the planet, going along with dolphins and probably some primates too. What do you think?
Yeah, dolphins are definitely, I think, in my head, the most smartest creatures on the planet. Probably primates too. I heard pigs are very intelligent too.
Yes, I've heard that too.
Yeah.
Hey Nadia, good to see you. Happy New Year to you.
Too.
Yeah, well, and elephants, at this point, dolphins can't mess up your house, or kill you unless you're in the water with them, I guess. But yeah, don't mess with elephants. That's some crazy stuff right there. We got another one here that this is kind of a feel good type story here. Let's pull this up. This is about mushrooms, right? We all know the medical benefits of mushrooms, but did you know that mushrooms may communicate with each other using electrical impulses, right? Were you asking Ghost Start if their parents gave him mushrooms at 11? It's none of your business. Anyway, let me pull this up here. Check this out. And
hold on. We're not going to be able to watch any videos.
We're not? What's going on?
No, it looks like they're trying to copyright strike us from the first video already.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? What's going on? We don't have to have the videos. That's fine. We could just read this.
Nothing.
Did we get DMCA'd on one of them or something? Hope not. Okay. Well, we'll just read the articles. That's fine.
Yeah, let me get Shane up in here, and we'll let Shane take care of this stream.
Okay. Do you want him on camera, or are you just gonna get him to take care of the stream?
Yeah, in the StreamYard, and let him take care of that, because I don't want us to get them in trouble. So, no, I don't want us to get them in trouble. So,
okay. Well, we'll just read these. That's fine. Actually, that kind of saves a step for me too. So,
same.
one less thing I got to do. So anyway, mushrooms on a log may seem like quiet, standalone organisms, but they're actually the above-ground sporing fruit belonging to a fungus connected to the large organism by a root network called mycelium, which, if you're a Star Trek fan, you might know about the mycelium network that tardigrades are able to traverse. tangent there. Although fungi may not seem very talkative either, a new study shows electric signals travel through their mycelium network. It could help the organism communicate. I think that's pretty cool. So I was watching Chanda on the Trailer Park Pundit the other day. She was talking about trees that do the same thing. They communicate through the roots. Like if one tree is lacking in nutrients or something like that. You guys, he says, you guys are off the multi-stream, but still on here. Okay, is that new or are they still copyrighting us over the elephant video? Is that
I
what
guess
happened?
so.
Okay. But yeah, I think that's just fascinating that how plants can you know, talk to each other like that. I think that's pretty wild. So up next on the Fun Fest, did you have any comment about the mushrooms there, Jimmy?
No.
You sound very excited. Well, we have something else here. So this up here. This was probably the stupid story of the year. It's and everybody remembers this. You know, it's our president, Joseph Robinette Biden, of course, doing something stupid. Biden falls off flubbing bike dismount, but uninjured. So, yeah, so Biden, of course, was, I think he was in Delaware when this happened, and he was riding his bike, and got to the end there. It seemed like he was doing okay, but then he got to the end, and the pedals on the bike have these things where you put your foot into it, right? So that when you pedal, your foot doesn't slip off the pedal. So he couldn't get, he was like, he stopped and he couldn't get his foot out of the thing, and he just went, Jimmy, if you're talking to me, you're muted, dear. Hopefully you're not talking to me. Okay, good. So anyway, so Joe fell off his ass, on his ass. It was quite the thing. Oh, thanks, Eric. Appreciate it. Okay. If it was just a copyright thing, hopefully it'll just come back. So really apologize for that. I had no idea that video was going to do that. But there was this thing that did come down the pike as far as like copyrights are concerned. So if you do have a channel, just be careful of the stuff that you put on there. Hopefully we'll be okay after this one. So, but anyway, that was Joe Biden falling on his ass, which to the delight of many, it was quite fun. But you know, he falls off his bike, and that's it. So pretty crazy. But you know, that wasn't the only stupid thing he did.
I'm here.
You're back? Okay, good.
Yeah, I just ended the stream.
Oh, okay. So we're just on here now, just on my thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, fine. More for our peeps here.
Well, I got in trouble. We got in trouble by another streamer, but it doesn't make any sense when a different streamer earlier that was bigger than us really got to copyright strike to the point where YouTube shut down the video for a minute or two, and that streamer never said anything. So,
okay.
Whatever. I'm the low end of the totem pole over at KRTD, even though I'm like the one that does everything. So whatever. Welcome to my life. This I'm every time I say this on New Year's Eve, once the New Year's Eve is done, I'm like, I'm not doing this again next year. Fuck everybody. And then next year, what do? I fucking do it.
I don't blame you. Well, I got some good news for you though, Jimmy. Actually, you brought this in. So This dog was abandoned for being gay, but got adopted by a same-sex couple in North Carolina. I thought this was just heartbreaking at first, but you know what? This dog is in a good home now. It seems like everybody seems happy. Look at the puppers. Hey, sweet puppy. Look at that face. So the dog was abandoned at an animal shelter in the U.S. after his owners thought he was gay. He'd been adopted by an openly gay couple. 5-year-old Fezco was surrendered last week to Stanley County Animal Protective Services in in Charlotte, North Carolina, by his owners after he, quote, humped another male dog. And folks, who hasn't been there? Who hasn't humped a male dog? Wait, what? I didn't mean to do, wait, I don't, okay, we're back. So, yeah, I think that's a feel-good story, right? I think it was one of those fate type things. It's like the dog got out of a home where he wasn't going to get the love that it really needed. Yeah, Eric, Shank does like dogs, but he likes horses too. But in a special way that nobody really needs to know about. I think that's a good feel-good story. I guess it's not an odd story, but it's just
it was definitely weird to hear at first. Like, what kind of people get rid of their dog just because it humps something? Like, what dog doesn't hump things? And you're going to assume just because it humped another male dog that it's automatically gay, and that you're so judgmental that you can't even have something like that in your home. Like, that's what was so weird about it. The feel good at the end was just, the icing on the cake, but it definitely started out as like, come on, people, you're really that bad.
I mean, listen, I grew up with animals. We had dogs, cats, all kinds of animals. And then we had dogs that were just humping everything. They were just like, they weren't concerned whether, you had a penis or a vagina. They were just like going after everything. They humped the couch and humped a tire on the car. The dog, that's what dogs do. They hump, right? The lipstick comes out and, that's what happens. Exactly, Johnny. Good to see you. So American, definitely. Yeah, it was a bad story, but then it turned out to be a good story. So, we have this now. This is a weird story, but kind of in a good way. Although I don't know if I do this to my house. But this guy, man doodles every inch of his mansion worth over 12 crore, whatever that is. Here's the viral photo. So see if I can. So this guy, he just drew all over his house, all over the bedroom there, as you can plainly see. Look at this. Isn't that crazy? That is wild. And he's even like drawn all over himself too, on his clothes and stuff like that. But I mean, it's not like, it doesn't look like chaotic doodles. I mean, this is just, look at that stuff. It's artwork. It's very, that took a lot of time, don't you think?
Yeah, it definitely takes a lot of time and a good set of markers.
Look, he did the whole outside of that. He did the car too. Look at that. Where is this place? Do you remember where he lived? He's in Kent. I think that's in England, isn't it? I could be wrong. Sam Cox from the UK began doodling his house. He has now managed to cover. Yeah, okay. All right, you got to go away. He managed to cover every corner and inch of his house in the doodles. The man stated that it was fun. He added that he imagined doing it as a teenager. The images of the house are posted on his Instagram page. So, believe if you go to Instagram, you just search for Mr. Doodle and you can find all these pictures there. So that's pretty wild. I like that. That's pretty nice. You're an artist. Would you do something like that to your own place?
Yes.
No, right? If your house was a blank, if you owned the house and it was a blank canvas, right? I would,
Yep.
I don't know. I would probably, I'd probably start off and then I'd just like, I'd just stop. I'm not very artistic in that way, so, I guess, that takes a lot of patience and, you really have to be, because look at all, the amount of space that he had to work with. The outside of the house, the interior of the house, crazy. Yeah. So, but I think that's pretty wild. I am Lux. Hello. Now he just hasn't done the color yet. So maybe it is. Maybe it's like a paint by numbers type thing, where it's like he's doing the doodles first and then he's going to add the color later. That's going to be wild. That's going to look like an acid trip, I think. Eric says, my wife decorated our outer hallway. It's awesome. It's kind of fun to do that. It's kind of fun to do that kind of stuff, especially when you own the place, that sort of thing, and there's no repercussions. If you're renting, don't doodle all over the place because pretty sure you're not going to get your deposit back if you move. So.
Right.
This next one's funny to me, and to some of our older viewers out there who might get the reference. Have you ever seen that movie, Christmas Vacation? I think I've asked you that. You haven't seen that, right? With Chevy Chase?
I've seen bits and pieces of it. Yeah.
Right. So, Snorky says a crore is 10 million. So 12 crore is an expensive house. Okay. So that's like 120 million. Oof. Yikes. I don't think I'd doodle up $120 million house. Anyway, so in Christmas Vacation, it stars Chevy Chase and Randy Quaid's in there too. Randy Quaid, of course, playing cousin Eddie. So they're having Christmas at the Griswolds, and Eddie comes in his RV, and he's outside. He's outside dumping the septic tank on his RV into the drain. And that's a classic line where Clark says, what are you doing, Eddie? And he just looks at it and he goes, shitter's full. So there was a thing in Kentucky, which is kind of wild here. So let's look at this real quick. So cousin Eddie display in Kentucky leads to bizarre 911 call. So police responded to a report about a naked man in a front yard, and were greeted by a mannequin dressed like Eddie, cousin Eddie from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. So let me see if I can. I'm not going to play the video, but you get the picture right there. I like the dead cat, whatever that is, whatever roadkill thing that is. Kind of a bizarre display, but of course he's got the Budweiser in his hand, the king of beers. He's got he got a little cig or a stogie sticking out of his mouth and that hat, and in his bathrobe. So cousin Eddie display in Kentucky apparently looked a little too real, and police were called to check it out. After receiving the call, the dispatcher described the scene to responding officers as, quote, a male standing outside. He is naked. He has a robe covering part of his body, so he's not really naked. He's exposing himself, and he has a hose between his legs. Hey-o!
No, my friend, no sexy!
Are you sure that was a hose, officer? Sure wasn't something else? Officers arrived at the Shepherdsville home to find a mannequin in the yard that looked like cousin Eddie from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It was decorated with a robe, a hat, a cigar, and a beer, and was holding what appeared to be an orange hose. Homeowner Joni Keeney said she decided to put up the display from her favorite Christmas movie to have some fun. Everybody has a cousin Eddie in their family. Everybody, Keeney says. I just want people to have a good Christmas and get a laugh. So, I'm all about some weird, fun displays for Christmas. I got to say, that's probably one of the more thinking outside the box type situations. First off, I've never seen anybody with a Christmas vacation display. You know, depending on where you're at, sometimes you're going to see a nativity scene. Sometimes you're going to see, like, you know, snowmen or, you know, whatever, Jack Frost or something. You're not really going to see Cousin Eddie. But in this case, people did. And, whoa, hello. It was cool. So, anyway, let's see here. We got something else to go on. What do you think about that, Jimmy? Do you have anything like that? Do you have any, like, weird Christmas displays around your neck of the woods?
I don't go out, so I don't even know. No, I still have my Christmas decorations up.
Very good idea. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure. I haven't seen any Christmas trees on the sidewalk yet, so I'm pretty sure that people are going to hold on to these things for as long as they can. You know, some people, they won't get rid of their stuff till like the middle of January. Sometimes they leave it till the end. And if you go down south, hey Sherry, good to see you. Enjoyed you on the panel earlier today. You go down south, you're going to see all kinds of crazy, you know, kinds of decorations and stuff like that. So, you know, some of them are like, they go all out. Like, I think in that movie, in Christmas Vacation, he's just outraged. He's got lights all over the place. This stuff is it's just ridiculous, you know, probably using up a half a city's power of, you know, a half a city's worth of power to run the stuff. I don't have any Christmas decorations here. I just yell out the window, "Bah humbug" at the kids. That's my decoration. Did y'all put up anything outside, or you just have like the tree inside? What do y'all have?
Yeah, just the inside stuff. That's it.
Okay.
Well, because it's hard to even get decorations to even show at the outside of our house, because our street is eye level with the roof of our house. So there's no point.
Yeah. I mean, some people down the street here, you know, we have stoops, you know, there's brownstones here. So, people were like putting lights on the handrails on the stoops and stuff, you know, and they had wreaths on the door, you know, for some of these private places. You know, it's kind of nice, you know, some of it's pretty cool. Some of these decorations around here aren't bad. I have a really bizarre story here. Once again, I think this was your doing. I think you put this into the mix. Let's see here if we can get over there. Let me do this. So, South Korean citizens can now import life-sized sex dolls. You know, it's about time.
What?
Yeah, I know, right? I'm shocked. Thousands of sex dolls have reportedly been seized by customs officials on the grounds that they, quote, harm the country's beautiful traditions and public moral. I don't know if that's supposed to be immorality or morale or whatever that is, but so second here. So South Korea has formally lifted a ban on the import of full-body sex dolls, ending years of debate over how much the government can interfere in private life. Although there are no laws or regulations banning the import of sex dolls, hundreds and perhaps thousands have been seized by the customs, which cited a clause in the law that bans the import of goods that, quote, harm the country's beautiful traditions and public moral. That's public moral. That's kind of weird. Importers complained and took their case to courts, most of which agreed with them and ordered customs to release the sex dolls. Right? Release the sex dolls! That just sounds like something like some emperor would say, like to, you know, with the hordes of, you know, armies coming at him, his last-ditch effort to save his country. He says, release the sex dolls! Saying they are used in people's private spaces and don't undermine human dignity. Giggity. Yeah, that's wild. Any thoughts on life-size sex dolls in South Korea? No? None whatsoever? You leaving me hanging here? Okay. That's fine.
I don't know. Sex dolls is nothing new to me. People do it all the time.
Yeah, but you're not South Korean though. That's of course in America. It's just like it's nothing. But if you were in South Korea, I've never been to South Korea.
Very capitalistic too, so it's not like they're not going to eventually get it.
That's true. Hello, Aram. The betcha van sales are going up in South Korea. I thought I said a 15-minute break. Giggity is appropriate. Thank you. Release the fembots. Austin Powers. What was that? Austin Powers, the lady said, "I got the clothes." Oh, Kelly says this is great news for my sex doll brothel. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Hey, she's trying to make her way in the world. She's trying to put her footprint on things. The sex dolls need our support. Yes, they do, Eric. Say with hashtag save the sex dolls. In fact, let's put that in the chat so everybody can, everybody can feel the love. Save the sex dolls. It's a beautiful thing. There you go. Save the sex dolls. And that's pretty much all the stories we had in there, Jimmy, I believe. There's another one here, but I think it's just I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second. We do have other crazy shit. Now, this is from Fox News, so don't get it twisted. But these don't have any political slants on it, so I think these should be okay to look at without any sort of judgment being delivered. So, let's see here. We're gonna get over here. Okay, so, what do we got here? So, Bigfoot, bees, and bodies, the weirdest and most bizarre crime stories of 2022. So, so the first one, we got Florida jogger used martial arts to fight off attacker who wanted his body for, quote, fantasies. Florida teenager had his plans thwarted when he allegedly attempted to kill a jogger so he could keep the body in a closet to fulfill his sexual fantasies, authorities said. Yikes! Well, I hate to say it, and no offense to people who live down there, but that is definitely some Florida shit right there. No doubt about it. So let's move on to greener pastures here. Oklahoma man allegedly killed friend while fishing because he thought the victim would feed him to Bigfoot. Okay. Oklahoma man allegedly killed his friend over the summer because he thought that the victim had summoned Bigfoot to kill him while they were fishing, according to Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation. Larry Doyle Sanders had gone noodling, which it's fishing with your bare hands. That's what noodling is. It's not making noodles. It's a fishing thing. At the South Canadian River with his friend Jimmy Knighton when they got into a confrontation. Sanders told authorities he struck and strangled Knighton. Body was found near the river the next day. Sanders allegedly told authorities he discovered that Knighton, quote, intended to feed him to Sasquatch/Bigfoot. That's crazy. Everybody knows Bigfoot only eats beef jerky, right? You remember the commercials with Bigfoot, the beef jerky? You remember? Remember berries? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's fake news. It is Fox News, so it may be fake news. What else we got here? Massachusetts. Let's see. Hang on just a second here. Let me do this. I think we can do this. Damn it, quit doing that. Massachusetts woman unleashed swarm of bees on deputies during eviction notice, police say. I remember this story. You remember when this happened? When this went down?
No, but that is poetic justice to me right there. That's amazing.
Yeah, this wasn't too long ago. It was back in October. So A Massachusetts woman allegedly unleashed a swarm of bees on sheriff's deputies who were trying to serve an eviction notice. This happened on October 12th when Hampden County Sheriff's Department was serving the notice, and deputies were met with protesters outside the home in Longmeadow. Rory S. Woods, who lives in Hadley, arrived in an SUV towing a trailer carrying beehives, put on a beekeeper suit to protect herself. She started shaking the hives and broke the cover off one, causing hundreds of bees to swarm out and initially sting one deputy, according to the report. Several deputies and employees were stung, including 3 who were allergic to bees. Woods reportedly said, "Oh, you're allergic? Good." Oh, that's a good point. I am Lex. Were they going to evict the bees too? I don't know. Did the bees pay rent? I would say I would evict the bees if they weren't paying rent. Come on. Here's this one. UK teen car thief caught hiding in a giant stuffed teddy bear. Now that's pretty smart. But he got caught, so I guess it can't be that smart. A teenager in the United Kingdom thought he could hide from authorities in an oversized teddy bear after stealing a car. So, Joshua Dobson, 18, was arrested in July near Manchester on suspicion of, on charges of motor vehicle theft, driving while disqualified, and leaving a gas station without paying. That's according to the police. When authorities went to his home to take him into custody, they couldn't find him. However, after a search, they found him in a very peculiar place. Yo, they got jokes. They got jokes. When we went to arrest him, our officers noticed a large bear breathing in the address before finding Dobson inside. He was eventually sentenced to 9 months in prison. Hopefully he has a bearable time inside.
Oh my God.
There was no corn at all in that story. None whatsoever. I mean, you got to give it to the kid, though. He gave it a shot, right? You know?
Give it a shot. It's something I would try for sure.
It's a big-ass bear. I mean, if I was... I got to give it to... I mean, if I was a cop, I don't know if I'd look inside a giant bear, but he said he was breathing, so I guess when he was breathing, the chest was going in and out, so I guess they knew that it wasn't a real bear, obviously, so they put 2 and 2 together and figured he was in the bear. I think the UK cops are probably a little bit more smarter than American cops. I don't think American cops would have figured that out.
Right.
Meanwhile, we're going back to Florida, Jimmy. Florida bride allegedly laces wedding food with pot. Grins as deputies arrive, body cam shows. So, and look at that face. That's the face. Wait a minute, let me zoom in a little bit. There's the face. Yeah, she's like, bitches, y'all eat this weed. Eat this weed. So, guests at the Florida wedding in February became sick from eating food laced with marijuana, causing multiple bad trips and a police response. Now, see, I don't get that part, right? I mean, how can you have a bad trip on pot? I mean, I guess you could, maybe if you're allergic, maybe, or you just never had it before, and it just kind of, I mean, I've heard people say that, the first time they smoked pot, that it, kind of made them too paranoid and kind of freaked out a little bit, that kind of thing. I guess I could see that, but this chick said no fucks given. The bride, Dana Glennie Svoboda, and caterer Jocelyn Bryant were charged with tampering, culpable negligence, and marijuana delivery in connection with the Seminole County nuptials. At least 18 people complained of feeling high or ill after eating at the reception, according to court documents. There were between 50 and 70 guests present. One guest told authorities she saw Bryant place spoonfuls of what looked like a green herb mixture into olive oil for the bread. When she confronted Svoboda on the dance floor, the bride allegedly admitted to lacing the food and, quote, acted like she should be excited if she were given a gift. She also told investigators she was, quote, terrified at how the food made her feel and showed them a positive marijuana test. So crazy stuff there. Wild, nutty stories there. And I'm sure there's more. We're just we'll be able to get to them or not.
Yeah.
That's wild though. I mean, I think it's funny, but if you're allergic to pot, or something like that, or if you're like genuinely, Odin, oh, what a sweetie.
I know Odin
that's
never
not,
comes out.
I'm in the camp of, okay, if you've never tried pot before, I will help you with that. If you really want to, I will be with you there the first time you do it to make sure you don't freak out or nothing, that sort of thing. I am totally down for that. Right. But to just spike, and then, unless she just hated everybody at that wedding,
right?
Maybe it was like her I don't know if she was marrying a dude or a chick, but her partner, maybe it was her partner's family, right? Her spouse's family now, I guess, and maybe she just hated all of them, so she just spiked the food. So, fuck all y'all, we're starting this marriage off proper.
That's right.
But right,
I would
exactly.
do it if I knew that like family members weren't allergic to weed. Then I'd probably do it. But I know people that are allergic, so I probably would never chance it.
Natalie, you're absolutely correct. Not cool to spike the food. Exactly. I mean that's the, I got to say she just did that out of spite, because you wouldn't do that for fun. That's just yeah. You don't.
That's so much weed wasted. Why would you want to do that for fun?
Now, see, here it is. This is what I would do. If I knew everybody that came to the wedding, if I knew everybody in that party smoked or did edibles, if I knew every one of them did that, I might do that. As a little surprise, like, surprise, we're all getting fucked up. Happy wedding. But even then, it's like you said, that's a lot of weed. And I'd rather just like, have a bong and roll some joints or something like that. So see, even who was that, Daisy, or is that Dodger?
Lady.
Not Daisy. I think I combined the two names.
Yeah, you did.
Dodger and Lady. I should have called her Datey.
Datey.
Now
she is a day though. You a day baby, huh?
Hey, we're about a couple minutes late, but Happy New Year to those in the Mountain Time Zone. I'm not quite sure what the big cities are. Signs. Thank you very much. Happy 2023 Denver and everyone else in the Mountain Time Zone. Happy Mountain New Year. I know you meant New Year. Rick says his dog's named Ladybird. So you got Lady and he's got Lady Bird. Eric says it'd be funnier to lie about spiking the food and see how many people act high. Ah, nice. Like a placebo. A little placebo. Yeah. It's like, everything you're eating and drinking has weed in it. Good luck. Just to see how many people freak out. And like, that would actually be a pretty cool thought experiment. Especially if you're known for being a stoner yourself, and it doesn't seem implausible that you would actually do something like that. So I'm all about like social experiments like that. See what would happen. So, are you okay? So what's going on with you? Are you and Yona doing anything now, or are you here with me?
Yeah, that stream is done. I'm done for the night. Probably get baked and go to bed.
I hear you. I don't know if we're gonna make it to the West Coast. We got another hour. We got less than an hour. You're not gonna make it, are you?
No.
You've had
I've
enough.
already gone through enough today. Yeah, I'm over it. I'm so done. I just want a day break. Just give me a day
I hear
break.
you. Well, maybe we should get out of here then. Sorry, West Coast. This will give you a chance to have some fun and not be distracted by us knuckleheads here. But I really want to thank everybody that came over from the channels. Sorry that all that business went down like that. That's not cool. But we're glad that everybody from Chicago Corner and Kerberos and Sabby and Hardlands Media. It was great. If you made it over here, appreciate it. Hopefully you've been entertained for the last hour or so, and everybody else that's been here, hopefully the last 2 hours have been somewhat entertaining on your New Year's Eve. You could be out getting hammered at somebody's New Year's Eve party, or hammered at the house. Maybe you may be hammered right now. As long as you're safe and in a safe place, and you got a nice soft pillow to lay your head on. And but I will say this, if you have been drinking a lot tonight, here's Uncle Warren's tips for avoiding the hangover in the morning. Make sure you drink a shit ton of water before you go to bed. Drink a bunch. Try and drink a gallon if you can, at least, right? If you're not allergic, take an aspirin or maybe a Tylenol or something like that. And if you have it, take a multivitamin, or at least something like maybe vitamin D or vitamin C, because when you, first off, drinking that much like that is going to dehydrate you. So that's why you want to drink a shit ton of water before you go to bed. The painkiller obviously is for whatever lingering head pain that you would get from drinking that much. And then holy shit, Aram just tipped $50 on Rockfin toward the best 2023. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, Aram. We really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. So yeah, if you do all that, I've done that in the past when I used to be a big drinker like that. And the worst thing that happened to me in the morning, it maybe had a little tummy issue, not bad. If you can also eat something that's greasy too, because that kind of offsets the alcohol too. Just some tips, do what you want. You may have a better way of doing things. If you do, God love you. Whatever works, that's all we're here for. So, yeah. So, I guess that's it. What is your cat doing? What is that? What?
Attacking each other. They're just so the one cat's tail is hanging out, and so Burton is attacking his tail because Mr. Big Boy is in here. It's his tail.
Look at that. Odin's just a tease. Odin knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
he knows
Odin's a big boy. He knows exactly what he's doing. Look at him.
It's like,
this
is my way of playing without exerting any energy. He just waves his tail. That's pretty cute.
He loves playing with Burton. They're both boys, so they have fun.
You have some great cats. You're a good cat mama too. I think your cats are very loving. I've noticed that, like, whenever you cradle them or something like that, they're just, they are just all loving Mama Jimmy.
Yeah, they are. They do. I love my kitties.
Yeah, I mean, you raised them since they were literally, Izzy, you didn't. You found, yeah, all Izzy's kids since they were born. They all they've known is you. So you're like a second mom to them, I'm assuming.
Pretty much. To this one right here, this little wild child right here, he is definitely only been raised by me, and I love it because I'm pretty much second mama, and he just takes whatever I give him.
Aww. That is, and folks, that's the sweetest pussy you'll ever see. I'm just saying, sorry, that was too sexy. Anyway, so here we are in the new year. We are. You're not yet. You've got another 52 minutes. Yeah. Once again, I just want to say, I said this at the top of the show, and I'll say it again. I appreciate you for all the love and support that Jimmy, that you've given to me and this show over the year. Like I said, I started the secret show on a whim, right? It was just like I got bored one night and I said, man, I really want to do a stream, but I don't want to do the Extra Bulla live, because usually I do like an interview or something like that. I said, I just want to, I've seen other streamers get on and just like, just rant and, just talk shit to the chat. And I just thought that was a great idea for myself. We have a great supporting viewers here in the chat, that have just been really wonderful. I see them every week. It's like having a family reunion every week. And so we did the first one, the secret show, because it was a secret. It was just like, normally I advertise these shows like a day in advance, and then you get like a little something, during the day to kind of remind you. But with that show, it was like, nah, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to, and then I'll share it on Twitter. Like, okay, I'm doing a show right now in 15 minutes. Come on. And people were like, what the hell? What's he doing? But more and more people started watching, and then you got in the mix, and that's when things really started coming together. And I think it wouldn't be a secret show without you, right? It would just be me rambling on about some shit like I'm doing right now.
You're so good at it, though.
I know this is Jimmy said this before. This is a great chance for her to rest. So she comes on the secret show, and and she's like, she doesn't have to talk that much if she doesn't want to. Aw, Copeland Morris, thank you on Rockfin, says, wonderful kitty. I love cats, and happy 2023. Happy 2023 to you as well. So thank you so much, Jimmy. I love you to death, and I'm looking forward to doing more things here in the coming year with you. And I'm excited to see where your show what's it called? Yeah, that's what it's called. It's called I think it's called What? And that show is just totally you. It's just you, and you're having fun, and you're sharing these stories, and you're interacting with the chat, and it's just a really good time. So you did get a copyright strike. It was a copyright strike, I guess you got. But
it wasn't my video.
It was an old video from 2 years ago. It totally wasn't y'all's fault. Just some, of course, rando shittiness from YouTube.
I think I'm going to try to start streaming more on like my Twitch station or my Twitch channel, straight from my Twitch channel, to do some extra stuff or something. See if I can maybe like start finding some of my own things to do where I'm not just, dependent on KRTD media all the time, and I have something for myself as well. Because like I said earlier, I don't really want a resolution, but I really am truly like thinking about, starting to make boundaries for myself. And I think maybe, spanning out to where I'm not behind the KRTD brand 100% might help me out a little bit more. So
right on. And it's great. And it's great to you've got this show, you've got that show. Hell, there may be another show that you want to different type of show that you want to do as well, depending on time and how much time and availability you have for yourself. Right. Kelly says, can't wait for the paranormal show. I'm really looking forward to that too, because those are subjects that I really get into. I'm one of like millions of people who get on YouTube and just go down the rabbit hole with some of these stories. And, there are so many good stories to talk about, like the Phoenix Lights, there's the Betty and Barney Hill abductions, Area 51, Bob Lazar, just all kinds of crazy stories out there, stories about haunted houses, people saying like all kinds of weird cryptids and stuff like that. it'll be fun. It's a distraction. It's you know, it's one of those shows that's not important to where it's like it shares information about the world that you need, but it is. I think it would probably be important in the fact that it gives you a breather, to just kind of get away from reality. Because you know, you get too steeped in reality, and it'll just, you know, just grind your nerves. You know, make you, you know, your anxiety and depression go up. Sometimes you need to just take a break, do something, or watch something that's totally not related to what's going on in the real world, and just enjoy yourself. So
this is around the time that it's your time. If you want to do that kind of stuff, it's your time to shine. We are just out of elections, and people are looking for new things to get into for the next couple of years before the next one. So if anything, I think that what you're doing is going to be a really, really great idea, and you're probably going to really succeed on that, because I'm sure starting this year, people are going to start looking for a lot of distractions.
I hope so. You know, and if it's popular, great. If it's not, I mean, I really don't care, because I just love talking about that kind of stuff. And I know there's people probably in the chat here that probably will want to see it. Velvet Trance says, this talk is arousing. Oh yeah.
Too sexy!
Yeah, it's too sexy. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Just rub it out and you'll be fine.
That's right.
Just a rub or a tug. That's all you need. And then your head clears and everything's better. So, any final thoughts for 2023, Jimmy, as you're getting ready in about 45 minutes to join us here in the future?
I know, I'm so behind. No, I got nothing. I hope everybody has a really safe rest of the weekend. Have some good sleep. I hope everybody's got all of their bad juju and bad negative energy out now before the 2023 starts, so that way you can start fresh and start clean and start anew. So that's all I wish for everyone. It's just to have a good year.
Yeah. I'm hoping the same, you know. And the good thing is, like, in this space, the more people you meet, that means the more allies you make, and the more people that you can collaborate with, that you can work together with. It doesn't matter, like, it could be direct action, you know, it could be just like feeding people, you know, or just helping the homeless, or anything like that, anything to improve the lives of people who have been downtrodden, who've just been beaten down by life. Oh, Dabby Dabs, thank you so much. Happy New Year, fam and extended fams. Great stream today. I was tuned in all day. Love all of y'all. Well, we love you too, Dabby. Thank you so much. And once again, like, if you're new, please give us a like, share, subscribe to these channels, to INN's channels, to my channel. I appreciate it. You know, it's free. You know, just click on the old sub thing and hook a brother up. You know, it's cool. I promise I'll try my best to give you some good content. I think Jimmy can say the same too. So, but I just want to thank everybody. This has been, the last couple of weeks have been really fun. I think, you know, doing the secret shows with you, and the Christmas show last week, the New Year's Eve stream tonight, and the streams today too. You know, it's I normally on New Year's Eve, I just don't really do anything. Maybe I watch college football or something like that, the sports ball, as you like to call it. And that's usually it. But you know, today was great. I feel like I got a lot of knowledge, and had some fun with y'all on the panels, and it was a good day and a good evening too. So and we live to tell the tale, and that's all that matters. So thank you everybody who wherever you're watching. If you're watching on my channel, on INN, or wherever you are, we appreciate you. Happy New Year to you. Be safe, but have fun. Enjoy life. It's too short. And above all, for the love of Jeebus, wash your ass. Because you don't want a dirty ass going into 2023. Well, you don't want a dirty ass anytime, but I'm just saying, you know, clean it up.
Agreed.
And we'll see you later. Happy New Year, y'all. Peace.
It costs that much 'cause it takes me fucking hours. Fucking hours. It costs that much 'cause I don't have superpowers. Superpowers. So you need to pay for my skills 'cause exposure doesn't pay the bills. It costs that much 'cause it takes me fucking hours. You need to pay for my skills 'cause exposure doesn't pay the bills. It costs that much 'cause it takes me fucking hours.
Here's to the new year. May she be a damn sight better than the old one.